I got word that the moon was out here looking beautiful, so decided we should come out here and try and zoom in on the old girl a little bit. Hey guys, Happy New Year! Merry 2018. Welcome to the channel, the Daily Random Vlog. Random Andrew here. Hope you all had a great and safe New Year's last night. Everybody out partying, having their fun times, but gotta remember, gotta play it safe so you can play again tomorrow. So, with 2018, fresh day, first start, I'm already thinking about what is the first crawl of the year gonna be with the trucks. I've got some work to do ahead of me first, so as you guys know, I had some problems with Clifford last night, and I'm sorting out a servo situation with the axial deadbolt. But those are yet to come, so stick around. We'll discuss those in a minute. I'm still dealing with a very, extremely sore lower back. I feel like I should be supporting myself with a cane or a walker while I'm standing here trying to talk to you guys, but hey man, I gotta record the vlog somehow, and just so you guys know, if you see me moving or standing a little bit weird, it's because of this sore lower back. I didn't put the correlation together, but you know what it is? I went tobogganing. That's what it is. That's the day after the tobogganing is when I felt like I was all of a sudden crippled. I can barely get around the house, barely climbed out of bed today, but I'm here. I'm still going, I'm still trying. So, 2018, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, everybody has made their New Year's resolutions. I want to know, comment in the comment section down below, do you guys make New Year's resolutions? Do you feel there's any point to making New Year's resolutions? Or has it become kind of like a fad or a trend that you just hear everybody doing? This year, I'm going to do this different, or in 2018, this is going to change. Myself, personally, I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. Why wait till the end of the year or the beginning of a new year to start something new, to swear something off, or to, to start that whatever you're resoluting? So, with 2018 underway, there's nothing wrong with making New Year's resolutions. Heck, it's an excuse to start something new or to do something new. But again, why wait, right? Yeah. So on today's agenda, I've got some work cut out for me. I've got the servo back in. There was a bit of an issue with the fix that I showed you guys. So when you're looking at where this servo wire comes out, they don't give you much room to work with right in here. You see that? There's a cross member piece sticking in the way there, and there is clearance needed. You can see it's pushing that wire around as it sits there right now, and this is the way the servo needs to be mounted. I'm kind of running into a bit of dilemma there because that's right where that wire broke the last time. So I'm thinking maybe I should take a piece of fuel line tubing, split it down the side, and wrap it around there as kind of a little bit of protection, like a sheath around it. I was looking for some of that wire loom sheathing. It kind of looks like a Chinese finger trap, you know what I mean? And I was thinking maybe get that in there. So for lack of doing that, I just put an extra coating of liquid electrical tape on that wire. Maybe it'll keep it a little safer, who knows? Once you're out in that cold though, the hard plastic, the rubber coating, whatever you want to call it, of the servo wire, the wire itself, everything becomes super brittle. Yeah, so that's all together. I just got to finish putting the casing, the covering back on, which is right here, this guy, and then put my ESC back in place, break out those handy dandy zip ties, and zip tie everything into place, I should say, because that's how it's all going together. And there's the receiver. If you haven't seen the receiver that these SCX10s come with stock, it's a little 3-channel. Works good. Works for what I need it for. And, of course, an upside down axial AE5 speed controller with 3S battery. And I want to get this back together so I can at least do some crawl in the back room. I still have all that stuff set up for now. So we'll get some fun today one way or another. As for Clifford, you old boy, we got some mean clicking, crunching going on in this front end. So at some point today, I will be tearing down the whole front end, pulling the bulkhead out so I can get the diffs out, and see what the heck is up with that. But I'll be paying attention as I take it all apart in case it's where everything comes together, where the drive shaft meets into the differential. Yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit. Not too keen on wanting to be hunched over working on my RCs today, but I like driving them, and that requires work. A little bit of work later, and everything is back together, ready to run. I'm pretty sure this liquid E-tape job that I've done on the servo here has had enough time to dry up. And, oh geez, I just realized I didn't seal that up before I... Oh joy, so I guess I get to take one thing back apart anyways and seal that up with the liquid E-tape. Got a little ahead of myself, but hey, these things happen. One fixed. One still needs to be diagnosed. Now the next fun begins, and where to start? I guess I just start tearing down that front end, and once I got a little bit of progress and I figure it out, you know, I'm going to give you guys an update. Today, as you can tell, has just become a work day, getting these trucks back in 100% working order, but when you play rough, things like to break. I haven't really even been playing that rough, they just like to break. Well, that's not a good state to see Clifford in, is it? His whole front end's off. Just off. This might give you an indication of how messy things were. I've already kind of cleaned up the diff a bit. I've learned overdoing this time and time again, don't bother with dish soap and water when you first pull it out, because you waste a lot of dish soap, you waste a lot of water, and more importantly, you'll waste a lot of time. I've been using a softer, it's already kind of worn a bit, but it's a wire brush. And you know, it works fine, as long as you're not brushing in the wrong areas. So I guess the wrong area would be down inside in between where the output shafts are, or the input shaft. As you can tell, this one here, have a look at that, Hef. It's done. That bearing is toast. So yeah, if you have good bearings in there, you want to watch you're not tearing up the rubber seals with the edge of the wire brush. I'd say that's probably the only real thing you'd have to worry about, and trying not to push dirt into areas where there shouldn't be dirt, like maybe in around this little adjuster. It's all going to have to come apart and be cleaned out too, because I imagine it looks something like that on the inside. And if this is any indication of just how messy this teardown has been so far, I have to very carefully grab the camera so I don't get it all greasy. This hand, and even all the way up my arm. So it's a wonder things weren't breaking just from how much crud was in here. I mean, here's some chunks of crud there. Yeah, Clifford will be down for a day or two, but once I'm done, hopefully the old boy will be rolling like a new truck. In the meantime, it's starting to get dark outside. I might hook up the deadbolt, go for a little neighborhood walk, you know, just a... can't really call it an urban crawl because it's a frozen urban crawl, but yeah. As far as working on the RCs all day goes, it's a messy job, but someone's got to do it. You know, I kind of enjoy this part of it too. I'm not so much of a build guy as I am out there on the trails, living it up, having fun. But when it comes to the repair time, these tracks, just like the Summit, is far more intricate. There's a lot more holding it together, but they are a very tough truck. You guys have seen, not just here on my channel, but on other channels out there, how tough these Traxxas trucks are. So like, when you're getting into it, when you're first getting into it, I'd say go Traxxas, go Arma, all the way. Those seem to be the toughest of the tough. And yes, I'm talking with my hands, but you guys can't even see it. Yeah, those seem to be the toughest of the trucks out there. But when it comes to driving like an actual truck would down the trail, that's where the scale game is at. And I can't say, I'm almost starting to say that I like the scale more than I like the Traxxas end of it. But they're two totally different class of RC vehicles in my opinion. As you're bashing fun, tough as nails, and then you're driving like an actual truck, like a real truck. Anyhow, I got work cut out for me. I'm gonna go wash my hands, take a break from this for a little bit. There's just a pile of parts across my table right now, and it should all be working But these things take time. I've been at this summit teardown for about an hour to the mess that you see in front of me here. And it'll be probably another few more hours until I get everything back together. If I get it done tonight, you know how it goes. I'll be filming that. There we go. I got word that the moon was out here looking beautiful, so decided we should come out here and try and zoom in on the old girl a little bit. Oh yeah, what's that? You guys saw that, right? It's probably just a jetliner. But still, that was pretty cool to catch that. Epic timing. Of course, gotta get a couple of snaps. Oh, I need a little more zoom capability. It's looking pretty good though. Could just sit here and watch it all night if it wasn't minus 20 degrees out right now. Tripod keeping the camera nice and steady so I can kind of track with it a little bit. Although you can't really notice it until you're zoomed right in. That moon is actually moving. Whoa. Okay, I moved the camera a little too much there. Okay, we're back on it. Now I'll actually lock it right there. So you guys can actually see the movement of the moon on its own. Okay, why is it moving like that? Bear with me, guys. Okay, should be moving on its own. No, the tripod's still moving just minuscule amounts. But it moves a whole lot at the lens end. Okay, I've had about enough of this. I'm frozen. I'll take you guys in for one more really good close-up. As good as it gets. It's pretty nice looking though, isn't it? Thanks for the heads up. Shout out to Craig. He's the one that threw me the message and said, hey, go get some pictures of the moon. Oh boy, it's a cold one. And I'm standing here with my knees partially bent this whole time when I didn't need to be. I can just rotate the screen a bit. Like, look at that mark right there. And some of those spots that you see, it's almost like they're giving off light. It almost seems that way. You guys see any UFOs yet? Wow, what a good shot. I like this. One more picture. Okay. I'm going back inside. Now time for some indoor crawling. With all that big old snow out there, you really can't do any of this fun stuff outside anymore. Not to warmer weather. I'm using my little rubber gate markers, trying to give myself that extra challenge. So yes, for all those wondering what those little green things, like the one I just about ran over there, come with your trucks. These things. Yeah, from what I was reading on one of the Facebook pages, they're actually supposed to be like a course marker. A gate. With this course of mine, you almost really don't need markers. Because there's not really anywhere else to go except for the course. Yeah, let's run it backwards too. Or in the reverse direction. Back across the Picasso Bridge. Oh, see? Still big enough holes to swallow a 2.2. But it really, the bigger tires, they take the challenge away from this part of the course. And now the last little portion. Now we're running it backwards. Just kidding, I don't want to do that whole thing backwards. I think that's gonna about do it for tonight's vlog, guys. Had to get a little indoor crawl in though because I'm really starting to miss those warm, muddy, messy trails. I'm even willing to put up with all those leaves just to have the warm trails back, because this whole snow trailing thing, it's not that it's more complicated, just in my eyes it's less fun. It is a lot less fun. But I mean, there's always the backroom crawl, there's always South Coast Hobbies and Rides. Don't forget they got that huge indoor crawl in the basement that's an ongoing progress of Sam's. By the way, I kind of miss that too. So we're going to have to get down there again soon. Other than that though, it's the end of the day. I need to sit down and edit, which means I need to finish up with you guys. So I want to thank you guys very much for watching. Thanks for sharing your time with me. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed today's video. There's a like button down there somewhere too, somewhere underneath here. Anyhow, thanks for watching, guys. Remember, go out, have some fun in the snow. If you have an RC, get out there, make sure everything's waterproof, but get out there and have some fun. It's just a different element, RCing in this cold. Remember, plastic, cold, breakage. I think it sums it up in 3 words right there. Have a good night, guys. This vlog is about finished for tonight. Think positive, stay positive, keep a smile on your face. I'll see you here tomorrow. Good night. Vlog over.